So hey, what's up guys? Today I'm back with a new video. In this scratch tutorial video, I'm gonna tell you guys how to make a very easy map game. Like the map can move around and then you can just do stuff, and I think you'll know what I'm talking about. So I don't need this cat. I'll delete it. Go on, hover over the choose a sprite tab. Click on paint. This is gonna be a very easy tutorial. It's not that hard. And make your own map. So I'm gonna make a very simple map. It's gonna have a fill and this. I'm gonna fill the whole square in. Now you can make some places. First take the X and Y to 0. That's in the middle. Next, just make your own map. I'll just make different places inside my map. Let me get a sandy texture. I'll make a sand area. Like right here. Now you guys might be thinking this does not look great, but you can use the reshape tool to reshape, and you can not only reshape on the dots, you can also reshape by making your own dot and then do this. And then I'll squish that in a bit. So now I need to make this look like it's natural. I can put it on the sides like this. There's just a big sand area. And the map is not going to be this small, it's going to become big. Oh, and one thing. Add another costume, paint it, and zoom in full way. So zoom in full way, like as far you can. So this is good enough. Then you make take the brush tool and make a one sized dot on the middle of any color you want. Yeah, I want it in the middle. It should be in the middle, otherwise the map won't work. I think that's it right there. So now I can zoom out. I'm zooming in and zooming out by using the control key. Oh wow. I zoomed out. By pressing the control key and then scrolling down. So that's good. Now go and make your maps again. I think I'll do this better. Go on the reshaping tool. Good. Now I'm gonna make a little pond, like a tiny pond in the middle, and change its fill to bluish color, and I need it in the middle. So there's the middle. I'm gonna reshape it with the reshaping tool. Yeah. And I can make it big. Yeah. And I can make a little tree. And remember to make the tree tiny because this map's gonna become real big. And I can move this tree right over to here. Or I could make a little forest, I think. Yeah, I should. And now I'm gonna change it back to a green color. Okay. And I'm gonna make the green a bit darker. Good. I think the tree is too big. Yes. And I can small little tree right there. Now I'm gonna Control C. You can just paste them around. I'm gonna just scatter them around everywhere. Guys, you can skip ahead of the video if you made a map. So I'm just making a map. Oh. Good. And put one right there. You should select the log first. This is gonna take 2-3 minutes. Move this. The player might move on top of the trees, but it's fine. I think. If you guys don't like that, the character moves on top of the trees, you can make the trees a different sprite and then move them forward. But that's gonna be real hard because the trees won't move with the map, and that's what I don't know how to code. So yeah, you might need to figure that out. And I'm gonna do that. And a tiny little forest. There we go. Right here. So I think this is good for the forest, so that it looks good and a bit different. I'm gonna make a dark green, like a dark green circle. And I can use the backward tool to make it go back. And yep. Good. And I can move that a bit. And I have a map now. I think this is a good map. I think I should move the water a bit. I'll move it right here. Reshape it. Good. So here's my map. Now we need to make a character. I'm gonna paint a character real quick. I'm gonna make it a square, and it's gonna be like this. The character size won't change, so make it quite big so that the player can see it. And then I'll make some arms. I'll change the colors later. Oh no. Why? I need to make arms there. One arm, another arm, and good. So now I can move these arms off his, and there. I have my little character. And let me make another sprite so that if somebody clicks like this anywhere, it could just do something or some stuff. It could like get its arm out and back in. So I'm gonna copy this, copy, paste, and I'll change the arm length. So it's gonna be like this. I'm gonna go like this. So I think that's pretty cool. It's gonna go like front back. Yeah. And now I need to get started with the coding. So I'm gonna change its size to real big so that it becomes real big, like 500 or something. But as you guys see, it only goes to 147. Now that's a problem, and to fix it, that's why we made the dot. So I'll go in costumes and go at the dot. Now as you guys see, the dot is so small we can change the size to anything we want. And then come back here. It's a big map. You can change the size to much more larger if you go in the dot area. And I can make this to 550. And I can go back. And as you guys see, it's so big now. So that's how I make the map big due to the dot. I will group this up so that I can move it easily anytime I need to. Now, let's start coding. So, if we want to do like a normal one, we would usually do like, if I press W, I'll go there. If I press A, I would go there. If I press S, I would go down here. If I would press D, I would go here. And change. First, I'm gonna get this in the middle. And I'm gonna do that. So if I press D, you might change like the X value upwards. If I do this, and if I press A or S, the Y value will go downward. But the opposite happens. I press the inspect button. The opposite happens in this. You don't change the movement of the character. Instead, you change the movement of the map. So the map will move instead of the character. So yeah, the character will always be in the middle. You will see what I'm trying to do. So first I'm gonna go in events, take a when green flag, click. Then I'm gonna take a bunch of if blocks, 4 if blocks. And then I'm gonna put them right there. And then in sensing, I'll take if key space pressed block. I'm just copy pasting them, so yeah. And if key W pressed, where's W? Okay, I left it. Yeah, W A S. Or I think I should do WS80. That might be more easier. W S not R S A D. So that's good. I could also make this so that even if the arrow keys are pressed, that will happen. Good. Why did I take these out? Okay. Oh yeah, I need to put the OR block in. So I'll put OR. And I'm gonna place them all in there. And then I'm gonna take W S A D. And I'm gonna change this to up arrow key. I'm gonna change this to down arrow. I'm gonna change this to left arrow. And I'm gonna change this to right. So now this is there. I'm gonna put a forever loop, so if anything happens, yeah, you know. And then I can do something. What can I put in? Okay, yeah. So what do I do? I just forgot everything. Okay, yeah. Now I remember. Sorry, guys. Sorry. So I'm gonna go in motion and change X by. I'm gonna take these two so that it's always in the middle. So do I do 0? Change X by. So if I press W, oh no, it's Y instead. I did the wrong. So if I press W, it should go up, and for that I should use change Y by 10, but I'm making the map go downwards and the player go upwards. So I'll make it -10. Then I'll do change Y by 10 because I'm pressing S. Then change X by 10. Instead of that, it's going to be -10 in D. So -10. And let's test this out. So as you guys see, it works. The player can move around. But the player looks kind of boring. So we could just do something like it follows the mouse. So to do that, I'll go in events, Control forever, motion, point towards mouse pointer. And now let's look at it. So this is much more better. Feels much more alive, like the player's much more following everything. And you can make a new cursor. I found out, so if you want a new cursor, I want a dot as a cursor. So I'm gonna make a circle which is black from inside. Good. And I can make the circle smaller. Okay. I think that's good. I'm gonna stop that and I'm gonna go, and this is code, and I'm gonna put when green flag clicked and control forever, and in motion go to mouse pointer. So go to random position, drag it down, go to mouse pointer, and you guys will see. And now you have like the circle following. Now this looks weird, like the circle's a bit up because of the costume. It shall be centered, then only it will follow your cursor. So now it's better. And this is the water area I made, and then the jungle. This looks good. The white is just the outside. Don't worry about it, guys. It's not endless. As you guys see, you can see the jungle. So this is the jungle. Then I had a sand area right here. So as you guys see, when you're right here, you don't even know if you're moving or not. Which I am moving, but I can barely tell. So I'll go in the sprite, add a costume, and paint, and just make gray lines, gray colored lines, like light gray, which are not really thin, but yeah. And then make a grid out of it. Now I can copy the same line. I think this is not straight. Yeah. Much more better. So I can control C, V, and I can move it for precision. Okay, I'll stop this because the map is moving too. So right there, I can make another one, and I'm gonna press Shift and copy both of those and paste them. And I'm gonna move those right there. And I'm gonna copy these four together. CV, and then I'm gonna drag them right here, and I think I'll just need one more, and Control C, V, and I'm gonna drag that right over here. And I can make this bigger so there's my frame. I can remove this last line because I don't really need it. Then I can copy the whole thing I press Control A so that I can do it, Control V, and I can turn the whole thing 90 degrees that I can get the Y1, and I can make this straight. Yes, better. And I will make this smaller, like right here. And then I can stretch this out to the ends. And I'll have a grid, which is good. Now, click on copy. So copy the whole grid and paste the grid over here. And now you'll have a grid and know where you're moving. You can delete the grid now because you have it. Then click run again. And now you really know even if you're moving in this blank area or not. That's pretty good. I really like the jungle. Don't worry about the white part. That's fine. Okay, good. So that's that. Now we need the player to do something. Like, player can't just sit alone in a world of nothing, really. So we can add some stuff. Like, where will I add this? Near the jungle. At the top of the jungle, I can add like a box or something, and if the guy touches it, it changes its color. So I'm gonna make a box in here with the fill of a very different color that's not on the map. Remember to do that. Really different color. I'm gonna put a box here. The box should have no outlines. So yeah. Okay, good. I'm gonna drag this to over here. The box is too big. I'm just bringing it over to the player so that I can know where everything is. Okay, the box is still too big. I'm gonna change the box. Okay, I think I should do that. Good. So that's better, and the box should have no outlines. So I'll change this to none, and that's great. We can add some detail to the box by, oh wow. I'm gonna reset that by zooming in near the box so that we can see everything. And the box is much more bigger. I'm gonna stop that. And now I can make this go backward. Front, backward. What? There's a backward button working. Is a forward button? Okay. Because I wanted behind the grid line. So yeah. And then I need to do is make like something or the top. Little itty bitty thing. I can make it light and a bit dark. I'm like trying to make like the tape on top of it, like it's a box. And yeah, and one right there. Two. Okay, good. Now we have a box. So that's good. Now we can go into the sprite code and we can add one more thing in the forever loop. From control, I can take if mouse down, I need to switch costume to costume 2. I think I should add a weight at the start. I'll add the weights later. Switch costume 1. Okay, and I think another one at the top. Costume 1. And yeah, and I'm gonna change the wait time. So wait, we need how many? 1, 2. We need 2 more. Oh wow, it copied the whole thing. Don't need this. Need one right here. And 1 second too much is too much. Make it half, or I think 0.7 and 0.7 and another 0.7, and let's try that. So it's still quite slow. I'm gonna make this much more faster. 0.5, Control A, Control C, and I'm gonna paste this and paste that and run that. That's still a bit slow, so I'm gonna change this to 0.3. We need to keep testing until we get the perfect one. Oh. And that 2.3. Let's run that again. The guy can punch around and like you guys know. So as you guys see, the X value is changing. So that's good. And yeah. And we want to change color. So first I'm gonna try something. Lux. Change color effect by 25. Okay, so the change color effect changes its color, which is good. So we're gonna do, first I'm gonna add these boxes around a bit more so that there's more stuff. And Control C, and let's go around the map. I can do that. Control V. I'm gonna add one right near the sand area. And Control V. Oh wow. And one inside the sand area. I need this to be everywhere. And I'm going to control C, and I'm going to put one at the edge of the sand area. Right here. Control C, and one near like the pond or the river. Whatever you guys want to call it. And one at the other side. It's just going to take a little bit of time. I'm going to go on that one. I'm going to do that. Control C, because I want one near that one. Right up here. And I want one right there, so copy this one. And I'm going to click on this, drag it inside the forest, like right here. And yeah, we have the boxes that will change the player's color. So now we go in the code of the sprite or the player sprite, and then we take in the forever block another one from control if touching color, and that's why it's so important. Touching color, the box color, then looks, change color effect by 25. And so that it's not continuous, I'm gonna put a weight block of 0.9, not 1, with 0.9, just like that. And let's try it. There should be a box here. Okay, it's not working. I think the box is too small. Yeah, the box is too small. Oh, it's also touching the white. I mean, like the green and the white. So I think we might need to change the boxes and make their sizes bigger. So I'm going to remove the white. Guys, you can skip if you don't want to watch this part. Just skip ahead. And I'm going to remove that. I'm going to stop that. And I'm going to do this. Backspace, and no, I mean to move the map, and there's one down here, and then there's one in the sand area up there. And then there's one over here. Is there any more? Yep, right there. And one's right here. And good. Oh no, I forgot to change the box sizes. I'm gonna change those. the bigger one, so that the player touches only the box and nothing else. I think I'll delete the boxes. How big shall be the box? I can check it over here because the player's near that box. And if I do this, and then this, and this, that's enough space for the player to touch the color. So I'm going to delete every single box and put a box like that right over there. And I'm going to delete that and put a box like that right over there too. I'm going to delete that. Okay, now I need to copy this. I didn't mean to copy the whole thing. And put one right there. More. Backspace. Control C. And this is not taking as much time as I thought. This has no box. It's fine, I think. Wait, there was a box here in the middle, I think. Right? I'll put one in case. Because the other one's just too far away. And Control C, and Control C, and I'm gonna put one right here, backspace, and put one right there. So that's good. Now let's try it. Okay, it's still not working. So what's the problem? Is there any problem? Because I'm touching the color. Brown. Is there a different color I need to pick? Oh, okay, the mouse pointer's following me, so I'll change that. I think I picked the wrong color. No, it's the same, but why isn't it working? That's what I don't understand. Okay, there's an easy thing we could do. Wait, does it even work? To test, I'm gonna say hello for 2 seconds. No, it does not. It's not sensing if I'm touching it. So that's weird. Wait a second. Let me think. Why isn't it doing anything? Because I'm touching the color. Oh, because it's touching the mouse pointer? Or is that? Because as you guys see, I'm like in the middle of the thing. So wait, let me do something. I don't know why isn't it working. Cause it's not even. Okay. See, it works. Okay, I put it inside the if mouse down block. I can now, instead of saying hello, I can change that. So that's better. and then there's boxes all around. I think I can add the outline to the boxes because they're much more bigger, right? Yeah. And I'm gonna add one to this, add one to that. It's not gonna take too much of time. And I'm gonna scroll down, change that real quick, change that real quick. Oh no. We did change the outline of the sky, not the color. Outline that. Let me try that again. So does it work? Yes, it does. And if I keep standing on it, it gives me a different color variation. So guys, this was pretty much it for this video. If you liked the video, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll meet you guys in another video. So bye guys.